Good evening, everyone, and welcome to NY Yankee Mania. A little bit late tonight, simply because there was a rain delay, and the Yankees are having a good time in the Bronx. But they brought in Gabib, or whatever his name is, Abib, Babu, Babu, Boo, and it's now 10-3. He's given up a home run, a double, single. But that's the only glitch so far, everyone. But we are up 10-3. Giancarlo Stanton with a bomb. Let's see, Aaron Judge with a bomb. Bellinger has 3 hits. So they are doing very, very well tonight. Finally, he throws the ball right down the middle to Cal. Of course, he's going to cream it. Give me a break with that pitch, will you? Well, before we get into anything, first of all, I want to welcome CT Cards to the stream. That's number one. How you doing, CT?
Doing good. I'm really happy our Yankees are winning. And Joe, I got to give you props for the night. That belly play seemed to awaken the team, but I give it to you tonight. So, you and Nathan picked. Nathan picked Judge to be. And Judge came through tonight, right? So Nathan was right. He picked Warren to pitch 6 innings. You picked Warren to pitch 6 innings. You and I picked Belly as our guy. We almost got that out of Warren. And we got that out of Judge and Belly. I think that's amazing. That's beautiful. Like it all worked out, like we were talking about in the morning. So this is really cool. I like the scenes.
Oh yeah, no question. While we're at it, let's give a scoreboard update, everyone. The Mets came from 6 runs down on the Orioles. It is now 6-6 in the bottom of the 9th inning. The Minnesota Twins beat the Chicago Cubs 8-1. The Nationals and the Cardinals are just getting going. The Cleveland Guardians 6, the Astros 4. The Angels 1, Texas nothing. Top of the 3rd. End of 2, Diamondbacks and Padres nothing. Phillies and Giants top 2, nothing. And let's see, the Braves and the A's are just getting started. Finals, well, actually delayed. The Blue Jays, who just don't lose, they're up 6-1, delayed in the 6th inning on the White Sox. The Detroit Tigers beat the Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa Rays 4-2. The Marlins 12, the Cincinnati Reds 2. The Red Sox 10, and the Rockies 2. The Brewers 3, and the Dodgers 1. The Dodgers lose again. What is going on? That is your updated scoreboard, everyone. And CT, what is going on with some of these teams lately?
Well, we just went through a slump, right? We're watching other teams having the same exact thing happen to them. That's why we can't get all fixated that this is just happening to us. I mean, I think I can't remember who it was who we were talking to who mentioned imagine being like the White Sox or the Rockies. You know what I mean? Imagine being some of these teams that are really not good, and we have a team that's we're 3 games out of first place. We have a decent team, so there's moments where we rant and rave, but we also have to remember that we have still a pretty good team compared to a lot of other teams in Major League Baseball. So, but I find it funny, I'm going through the scoreboard. The one thing I'm watching tonight that I've been watching all night is the Astros and the Guardians game. Because I want to see if the Astros are really on a roll here, and they have been, but I want to see if they can continue it. But the Tigers, 4-2, they beat the Rays. That's scary. The Tigers, we're going to end up facing the Tigers and the
They're
Astros
good,
here.
man. They're good.
And, if we make the playoffs, it's going to be Tigers, Astros we're going to have to worry about, and that's concerning. But the Dodgers, I have to laugh it off because my dad's a Dodger fan. But, yeah, I get to rub this one in tomorrow when I see my dad. But, yeah, there's something but they have the I think they're just in a funk, Joe. I'm sorry to babble. I was trying to answer your question, but I kind of went off on a rant. But I think the Dodgers are just kind of going through a little bit of what we just went through, a little funk. And luckily for the Dodgers, the All-Star break's happening, and for the Yankees too. I think everybody needs a break right now and reset,
Yep. Oh, yeah. Jacob Petruzzi, how you doing? Jake, how are you?
I agree. Jake.
Merck, how you doing? Just to name a few. Nitin, how you doing? What's going on? So we're going back and forth over here. And it is 10-3. We are in the top of the eighth with one man out. They brought in Ian Hamilton. And it's man on first and one out. So let's see what happens. And there's another foul ball out of play.
2-2 count. Yep.
Jonathan says Habib should be gone before the next game. I agree. He's got absolutely nothing. He's got batting worse than batting practice. Definitely. There's a second. To Volpe, double play.
Double play. End of the inning.
We're going to the bottom of the eighth with the score 10-3.
Yeah, but Joe, didn't you and I both mention Hart? We didn't think that he would be very good.
Yeah,
we did mention that, and I don't know. I don't think he's got to give him some time, I guess, but I'm not sold on him by any means. So
crazy stuff.
Ian Hamilton got out of that inning, throwing 5 pitches, 3 strikes. But look at Hart's ERA is 40.50. 40.50. I'm not making that up. I know he hasn't played much. I'm just saying, that's a scary number, though, on paper. Analytically wise, our analytically driven Yankees, that should be a sign of bad things.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's go to some stats here. You have for the Yankees, Dominguez had 2 strikeouts and 4 at-bats so far. Aaron Judge, 4 at-bats, 2 hits, a home run, and RBI. Bellinger, 4 at-bats, 2 runs, 3 hits, and a K. Stanton, 4 at-bats, 2 runs, 3 hits, a home run, and 3 RBIs. Chisholm, 3 at-bats. He's got 1 run, 1 hit, 1 RBI. Goldschmidt, 4 at-bats, 2 runs, 3 hits, and 2 RBIs. Austin Wells, 3 at-bats, 1 run, 1 hit, 2 RBIs. Volpe, 4 at-bats, absolutely nothing. And Peraza actually got a hit. 1 run, 1 hit, and 1 K. On the pitching side, Warren went 5 2/3, 4 Ks, 4 hits, 2 walks. Hill went a third of an inning and gave up nothing. Habib, or however you pronounce that name, a third of an inning, 3 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 1 K, 1 walk. And right now, 2/3 of an inning, Ian Hamilton has given up nothing.
Yeah. Yep.
So we're in we're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Oswaldo Peraza is up at the plate. And so how did you feel Warren pitched tonight?
I had my doubts before the game today. But you and Nathan both said 6 innings, and you guys were pretty close, 5 2/3. I mean, you guys kind of called this, and you guys, I think you guys both said 2 runs. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't mean misquoting you guys, but I think you guys said 2 runs. You gave up no runs. I mean, Will Warren, 5 2/3, 4 hits, 2 walks, 4 Ks, 85 pitches. What more can you ask for the guy? I mean, I would like to see him get a little deeper in the games, but you mentioned it, Joe, to me that he was in a jam, so Boone had to go out and take him out. So I respect that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. We have Merck says update on my nephew. He's feeling a little bit better. Thank God. I'm so happy, Merck, for that. That's good news. I'll be honest with you guys. I think next year Warren will be lights out. By the way, there's 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning, so we are getting close to the end of the game. And so just a couple of notes, everyone, while you're in the stream. Please press the like button, subscribe to the channel. It's free. It's absolutely no cost to you. The only thing it does, it enhances our show, our product, and we really, really would appreciate anything that you would do on that. Tomorrow morning, of course, there's going to be coffee bagels, and Yankee talk at 8:30 a.m. as always. By all means, please come back in the morning, and we'll dissect the game a lot thoroughly, and we'll discuss anything you want to talk about in the world of the Yankees. Also, later tonight, there's going to be the stream of Jason Castillo. He's going to have his stream.
Jason, my man, Jason.
Yeah, he's going to come on with his stream. Usually about a half hour after the Yankee game is over. If CT Cards would have a direct time, he will let us know probably by the end of the show. By the way, everyone, we are going to the top of the 9th. The game is almost over. So Merck says, Joe, what is your name on Kick?
Yeah,
an account with them. Oh, he has an account with them.
with Kick, and I can't find you, Joe. We need to figure that out because I should be able to find you on that. You're talking Kick, like Kick?
Yes.
I can't find you on there, so we have to figure that one out. But we'll worry about it later. Don't worry.
Yeah, absolutely no problem. But tonight they busted out a little bit. We got 10 runs and a few home runs. I'm really, really happy about that, and it's about time. By the way, everyone, the Mets have taken a 7-6 lead on the Orioles in the top of the 10th inning after they were trailing 6-0. That Oriole pitching is pathetic, absolutely pathetic. How you not hold a line like that's incredible. I just never believed the Orioles could be this bad. What do you think, CT?
I really thought the Orioles were going to be the team to beat in our division this year. I really did. I thought they had all the talent, but they've had injury galore happen to them. They just haven't been, they had a deep team too. I really thought they were going to be the team to beat in our division this year. I really thought they were going to throw the Yankees for a loop here, and here they look terrible. I mean, they're 40-49. They're 19-22 at home. Oof, that record doesn't look good. I would say though, I don't mean to reiterate, but it's scary what's going on and how good the Tigers are doing. It's really scary how the Astros are doing, and I hope that, Joe, as you said, that that Bellinger play, which looks like it's coming over to tonight's game, did shift our Yankee team because we have to prepare to play the Astros, Tigers, maybe even the Blue Jays. So we need to, kick it up a notch. So let's hope that's what's happening right now.
Yeah, I'm just very very surprised um, that the Orioles. I mean, even with that the great hitting, I mean, they can't. Just goes to show you what pitching is all about, man. It's just all about pitching. You have pitching, you're going to go places. You don't have pitching, I don't care if you have Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, and Mickey Mantle in the lineup. You're not going anywhere. You might score 10 runs, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Scott Efros is in the ninth inning. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Moore, and Efros has been pitching with a lot of confidence. Here comes the pitch, and it's popped up. Let's see, going to right field line. It goes in the stands. So let's see how that goes. The Yankees seem more relaxed on the field.
Yeah.
They seem like things are a little bit in the realm now. In the realm. Tomorrow, I believe they are on Amazon Prime. By the way, because it's Amazon Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch by Efros, and it's hit in the air to right field and right in the glove of Aaron Judge, and there's one away. One man out, guys. Two more, and we officially get on with our post game. Yeah, you could see there's more of a step. If you watch this game from the start, there's more of a step in the Yankees game. They look a lot more confident. You're seeing a lot more smiles on there, on the field, in the dugout. And I think they know that something good is happening. It's going to happen.
Well, we moved Jazz back to second. What a concept! I know people are gonna make fun of me.
That was definitely the best thing they can do. I'll tell you, CT. I mean, really.
We actually made some reasonable decisions today with that lineup. I like the lineup. I know Jason Dominguez has struggled today, but I still keep him in that slot. Let him struggle. Let him get used to it. Let's see what happens. But I guarantee you, next game, Jason Dominguez is not in the leadoff spot. I hate to say that.
Well, Sean Browning says Stanton Homer seemed to open up the floodgates. Yep, it did. But I believe the floodgates opened up at Citi Field.
Yeah, I agree.
I keep saying that. You're going to look at that play, and here comes. He checked the swing. It's 2-2, and you know what that means. How do you do? No.
Sorry, guys. I'm looking at 3 different monitors right now. I have my TV over here at my other monitor here, and I have here. So I'm not trying to ignore you guys in this screen.
One more out, and the ball game will be over.
Nice.
Scott Efros is making a case. Donnie Clark, how you doing? Salute. Oh, how you doing, man? How's it going, Donnie? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope all is well. Don't forget, everybody in the chat, press the like button and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, please. It means a lot, and the caring for the program. So subscribe. Send me a link sometime. Oh, Donnie Clark is saying send me a link sometime. He wants to come on. Okay. In a little bit. You got to earn your stripes. You got to be in the thing for a little bit. Did you subscribe, Donnie? Be a good boy and subscribe. We have a 2-1 count with 2 outs here in the 9th inning.
Come on. Let's get this going. Let's get this ended very soon.
Let's get the show on the road. We've got to get the show on the road. 2-2, and you know what that means. How do you do? Oh, Donnie says subscribe. Hey,
Thank you, Donnie. Thank you, Donnie.
Donnie, I'm going to give you a little quiz. What is our morning show? What time do we come on? Hit those likes.
Come on, we're one pitch away from ending this game. Let's do it.
Jonathan says terrible calls and the judge at bat. Hey, Jonathan, we're winning 10-3. Who cares?
I agree. I agree with Jonathan though. The umps are terrible this year. This has been really bad.
I know, but we know the umpires stink.
Yeah.
I want lady umpires.
Hey Joe, give me 1 second. I'm gonna.
Donnie says we're at 11 o'clock, and you want to come on? We don't start at 11 o'clock. No.
Give me 1 second, Joe. I'll be right back.
Come on a little bit more.
I'll be right back, Joe. So put me down for a second. I'll be right back.
No problem. (10-3) or 4-3 doesn't matter. Okay. Let's see. Here comes the pitch. And it is 3-2. Okay. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. The set and the pitch. Ball 4, and the game keeps going and going and going. This is ridiculous. Let's end the game now. Come on, Scott. So again, everyone, so tomorrow morning, well, of course, we are on at 8:30, and we will be live as always. We'll be discussing this game, trade possibilities, you name it. But I really, truly believe that I'm going to keep saying it till I'm blue in the face, that play with Bellinger the other day at Citi Field is the one that's going to turn this all around. That is what we're going to do. So hopefully that play does turn around. Here comes a pitch, swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. As Merck is saying, come and check our Discord channel, everyone, please, because it's a lot of fun. You get to talk, you get to listen, you get to see videos, all kinds of stuff. So with that in mind, you should definitely take a look and come on. So hey, listen. Yankees are going to, as I've been saying, they're going to start on a whirlwind. They're going to start winning, and things are going to change, and we're going to have trades. This could be the ball game. Grounded at third, and the ball game is over. And the Yankees win 10-3. So that losing streak is gone, and guess what? We've won 2 in a row now, folks. 2 in a row, and that's what counts. That's what counts. Everything has changed. We are officially now in post-game mode. How you doing? Hey, CT, we are back. We are back.
Yes. This was a great game for us. We needed this. I hope this continues. As you said, you got to look at Goldie had 3 hits, Belly had 3 hits. Judge hit his 34th homer, and Stanton had his second, but also Goldie had 2 RBIs. You got 5 2/3 out of Warren. I think we looked pretty good tonight. 10-3. You can't. How can you complain about that?
Yeah, no. Listen, Warren pitched really good. The defense was pretty good. The offense was good. It was really a close game, and then it was 0-0, and then the rains came. Once the rains came and they stopped, they went back, and the Yankees just turned it right on with all these home runs, and so they actually scored runs not hitting a home run. That's a first.
And you mentioned it, Joe. The energy on the field is different. The tonight, that energy I saw out of the team seems like a rejuvenated team all of a sudden that we haven't seen in a while. So I'm happy. I'm pretty content with what we saw tonight, and we should be doing this to the Mariners. We're a better team, in my opinion, than the Mariners. So this should be happening. I mean, we had 13 hits tonight. They had 7, but they also made one big error there too. So we took advantage of it.
JT, we got to keep the good momentum. Let's go. That a boy, JT. That's what I want to hear. Rah, rah it, rah, rah it, rah, rah it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you, JT, for coming back to the stream. I really appreciate it. Let's see who we have in the chat on, let's see, Gmail. John Ferrazzo, how you doing? How's everything going? We have Bob Rizzo. How you doing?
Sorry,
Bob?
I missed you earlier. My power went out.
How you doing? Let's see who else is on here. Okay, Mark. Mark has a question for you, CT. I saw the stream this afternoon. I was at work and I couldn't. I couldn't ask you this question. I hope you can answer it. It's about a baseball card. I wanted to know, how much do you think a rookie George Brett card would be?
Ooh, you know what? What I tend to do is okay, George Brett rookie card. Let me do this. Brett rookie. What I tend to do is, go on like eBay and look at the numbers, but don't take eBay for like face value. Just look at it as like a guide, because it looks like, if I look at this, give me 1 second. Sorry. They look to be going. It depends on the grading. A 7 is going for about $350. So why did it just do that? I didn't click that. What? I don't know. eBay hates me today. You know that, Joe. I've been dealing with eBay problems. So
yeah.
A raw of his card in okay condition is about $50. Okay, I'm trying to. eBay keeps changing the screen on me, but that's the best that I can tell you is, they go. It depends. A 7's about $450. But it's what grading place you use also has a lot to do with it. You have so many grading companies. I would stick to like PSA or there's certain grading companies to stick to. SGA. That's what I meant to say. And go to those grading. Those cards bring a lot more value in the long run than some of the cards.
He's asking you. He's saying, should he sell it?
I would hold on to that card. You know what? I would look for George Brett to do a signing and bring that card to a signing, because you'd be shocked. He may be doing a card show right near you in the future, and you go there and it's like $10 to get into the card show and $5 to get in line to get autographs. So for $15, now that card is worth $700. You know what I mean? So I'd highly recommend you think into that.
And he also wants to know, will you be doing any of this in the morning? Or I caught the tail end of the show when you were talking about it. Are you going to talk about cards that we can ask you what you think it's worth?
Sure. I have no problem. I just wish eBay was working, because I said I don't use eBay off of face value, but it's a good site to use to like get a gauge of what things are worth and then kind of expand upon it. But I don't know why. This is ridiculous. I typed into eBay George Brett rookie card, and all of a sudden it keeps changing the page on me. I'm really not sure why it's doing that. I really don't like eBay right now.
Well, thank you for the question, Mark.
Yeah, thank you.
If you want to know more, you definitely can always email us if you like. Appreciate that, and that would be at joeyankees28@gmail.com. joeyankees28@gmail.com. That also is the place where, if somebody wants to come on the air, with us on a platform for a time or two when we're going to open it up in the morning or at nighttime. Leave me a nice, easy platform to get in touch with you. We'll talk a little bit, and then we'll take it from there, okay? But I promise to be fair with everyone. Just be fair with us. Make sure the language is cool. No cursing on here. I really don't want to go over that again, but that's very important to the channel and to everybody on here. Mr. R the Great is on here. Landon Holder, how you doing? Welcome. I'm seeing a few new faces in here. Thank you so much. And Ken, how are you? How's it going? And again, everybody, subscribe. That's the name of the game here, to keep us going and to do more on the streams. So tonight's game, I called Bellinger as to be one of the big shots of the game. Well, right. You know what? He's getting close to 300. That's all I gotta say. Before, let's see, Lyndon. I came from the Yankees' ugly truth. Well, thank you, Ken. Ken does a fantastic job. I don't know if you know it or not, but Ken is co-host with me in the morning, and he comes on at 9 a.m. He also does a pregame with me at 4 p.m. And he also, we do play-by-play once in a while together, mostly on my stream, and sometimes I go on his. So thank you, Ken. Kudos to you. And also, again, everybody, can't thank you enough. Thank you again. Let's see, JT. Did any news come out, the scratching off of Pereira and De La Cruz? Oh, so then there's some news coming out of AAA. Maybe there's a trade in the works. Maybe they're going to be called up. Sounds like to me Pereira might be traded. Good observation. Where's Jonathan when you need him? Come on, Jonathan. Where's the master of information? Let's get going. Somebody could take a look at that for us. This is the first I'm hearing of it, JT. Thank you. We'll get on it and we'll let you know. And if it's not, if we find out after the stream, I will put a little short out on NY Yankee Mania, and you'll be able to see it. So you'll get the latest update. Let's see what we got here. Joe, if CD Card could send a link, I hope my ID will work. You want to send him the link?
Already did it.
Oh, you did it. Okay.
Yeah, I saw it. Sean was asking about the 1910 Honus Wagner card. Well, it depends on what a card you're talking about, but the 1910 E98, there's red and blues. The red's worth a lot more than the blue is, but that depends because there's also different tobacco cards from that era, and some of them are worth ridiculous amounts of money. So just give me a description of what do you mean, exactly what 1910 card you're looking for.
Wow, that is often. Teresa asks CT, when you make the collection, how did you hide that from your family? Because they threw mine out.
Oh, see, my dad told me about that. My dad had, this is scary. My dad told me, and I know he's legit. My dad wasn't lying. He had 20 Mickey Mantle rookies, all this stuff, and he went to college in 1970. And his mother threw out all his cards, and I'm talking there was probably $200,000 worth of baseball cards in that box. But at the time, they weren't worth much. Back in 1990, you could get, actually 1989, you could get a Mickey Mantle rookie for as cheap as $500 if you were looking at the right card show. $500 for Mickey Mantle rookie, and that same card, that is ridiculous what it's worth now. It's almost like the price of gold going up. You know what I mean? So,
well, she says, CT, you would get sick if I told you. I don't think about it because I know my mom didn't mean it, but what she threw out, I had in growing up, we had Babe Ruth. We had Babe Ruth's last year's card. We had Mickey Mantle's rookie card from Topps, and I guess it's Dunruss. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Dunruss,
Bowman. It had to be Bowman or Tops.
Bowman.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, because she had Dunruss on the side, and I also had people like Mel Ott. We had I had a series of Ty Cobb.
Oh, you got to be kidding me! Oh my
Yes.
God.
And she says,
Is she serious? Ask her if she's serious.
One of these days, I'm gonna come on and I'm gonna talk to you about it.
But is she serious? She really had those cards. That is astronomical.
That's what she's telling me.
Wow, those are some.
They were all. Hold on. They were all in a shoebox. The mother bought it was old pairs of shoes. The mother was in a bad mood one day and just threw them out.
Same thing. My dad's mom did. Yeah.
Wow.
My dad had like the whole Dodgers team set from like 51 up to 70. And he had all, I said Mickey Mantle rookies. He had like 20 Mickey Mantle rookies in this box. He went to college, and his grandma or his mother just threw it out thinking it was trash. And back then, baseball cards weren't worth what the money they are now. So you can kind of understand when somebody threw out something like that. At the time, they didn't think anything of it. It's become a hobby now. And back then, it was more like people got cards for the gum. You know what I mean? The cards were second.
You say it's a hobby, but I mean the what do you call it? I mean the worth is I'm sure you got to be proud of what you did, putting it all together. Did you really know what you really had, like, let's say 15 years ago? If you say that you did all of this, then.
Well,
it was going to explode the way it is now.
Well, what was funny is back in 1994, I got a Mickey Mantle rookie card. I sold it 4 years ago for about $24,000, and I paid off all my college loans that I'd been owing for like decades. I was in debt to my college loans for decades. I'm 46. I'm not a young pup here. And so I sold that card and I paid off everything. And I bought that card for nothing. It wasn't at the time, the hobby was just starting to get there. By the mid 90s, all of a sudden it took off. But you also got these new companies producing so many cards. They call it the wax junk era, of the mid to late 80s and 90s and stuff. You had a lot of cards they were overproducing cards. That's why I stuck to vintage cards. I like the vintage cards because they're harder to find. There's a billion like Derek Jeter rookie cards. There is not a billion Roger Maris rookie cards. So what would you rather collect? Something unique and also get historical and take the ride and have fun finding that? Because that was the journey about finding these cards, Joe. Is that this isn't something I did overnight. This has been decades of collecting cards, and there's always an adventure. I usually pick one player at a time, and I try to collect their cards. Like Whitey Ford, I'm down to one more Whitey Ford card I need right now.
She just added one more thing, and she said, "I'm sorry to be a pain." You're not a pain. This is what we have. It's a little different question, but it's about it. Okay, so she's saying, what do you, CT? What do you think about all these people now? They want your ticket stubs, and why is it? I mean, how is that? Like, in other words, somebody's telling me if I had the Jim Abbott no hitter, I could be getting like $500 for. What do they do with that collection? In your opinion, what would they do with that collection?
Actually, that's a really cool question. Actually, I've gone to like probably 5,000 different concerts, and I've kept every ticket stub of the 5,000 concerts I've been to. I've also played about 5,000 concerts as a musician, so I collect ticket stubs. What makes the difference is was it an important moment in time? Like Jackie Robinson's first game, that ticket stub goes for ridiculous money. I think one of them just went, I can't remember the price. It was in my Beckett magazine a couple months ago. They had that auction. But ticket stubs, yeah, it's just like collecting cards, but it has to do with the significant date, the game. What was going on? Was there something that happened in that game that makes that ticket significant? If not, it's really not worth much. But if it's a game, like say it was Roger Maris's game where he hit his 61st home run, boom, that is going to be, get it. And you can actually send these tickets to get graded. They grade them in the grading services.
You think going to Lou Gehrig's farewell at Yankee Stadium?
I can't imagine what that's. You want me to look that up? Let me see if I can find that.
If you like to.
Give me a second.
These questions are being asked. Why not? That would be. I'm telling you, thank you, Teresa, for that. I really appreciate it. We will try to give you an answer.
I'm looking it up.
You've got to watch the shows when we do this with CT Cards. It's obvious that you're a collector, or you still have cards. You just said, but not the really really good ones.
I have some good ones. Let's see. You know what? I can't find a recent auction, but I'm telling you, that thing's worth a lot of money. That's
Sean
worth a lot of
Browning
money.
says a Lou Gehrig card was auctioned north of $8 million.
Yeah. I believe he's Sean. I read this all the time.
But would it be worth more the day that he said, today I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth?
Yeah,
I was wondering what that ticket would be.
How many of those do you think actually exist, Joe? I mean, think about how people just threw away things. You know what I mean? Back then. So there cannot be very many of those. So the fewer there are, the more valuable it's going to be worth. I'm not sure. I can't
get so much for that. But we will get a lot heavier into this. It's very, very exciting. Landon says, do you think we should trade Volpe? And please just call me Landon. Okay. Can I call you Big L? I'd rather call you Big L. It's easier.
Hi, Landon. Hi. I like that, though. That was funny.
So what's your feeling on that?
On what? Sorry, I didn't hear. Sure, my things.
Do you think we should trade Volpe?
No. I think put him on the bench for a couple of games. That's all I'm going to say. We did the Torres last year where, we benched him and look what he did. Just bench Volpe for a couple of days, kind of like, it's not the same situation, but what I'm saying is do the same thing. Give him a day or two off on the bench and see if you can figure out what's going on with his swing. There's something not right with his mechanics, and it may be something that literally in a game or two off could be fixed, but I don't think we're giving him any time to fix it. You know what I mean? Like, you're playing him every day, basically. You got to give this guy some time off because he's obviously not right. And the longer you continue to look, okay, I'm stopping myself from a rant. Sorry, I was about to go on a rant.
Totally good. Now, I'm looking at the chat here. I mean, what can we get for Pereira and De La Cruz or somebody like that? You think it would be a decent trade? You think they'd be doing it for future, or what do you think about that trade? A trade like that, what would that bring back? You think that would bring back a third baseman?
No. I'm going to be honest with you, Joe. I think we're going to have to cough up Spencer Jones if we're going to go to that way. Bring trade young players. We're going to have to go to a Spencer Jones. We're going to have to trade him. But if we're going to work with the team we have, we're going to have to get rid of Grisham and we're going to have to probably trade Rice. I said that in the morning show, and I'm going to stick to that. But I don't think we're going to trade Spencer Jones. I think we have the ability right now in a good way to trade Trent Grisham. It stinks that I hate to say it, we're probably going to trade Ben Rice away. But do you guys want to go to a World Series this year? Or
Yes.
do you guys want to? What do you guys want to do? Because if we want to potentially go to the World Series, we're going to have to cough up something to get something. Jonathan and I said that on the AM show today, Joe, as you remember, and you have to cough up something to get something. And especially, Joe, you've always talked about Yankee tax. The same thing Ken's talked about. The Yankees always get taxed, so we're not going to get. We're going to have to really give up stuff to get what we want to fix this situation. So. It wouldn't surprise me if you see Rice, Grisham, but Spencer Jones, I hope he doesn't get traded, but it wouldn't shock me if the Yankees utilize him in a trade package. Because we need third base, we need bullpen, and we need at least a starter. So really think about that. And I think it was Ken who said, we got to make 4 trades at the deadline. Think about that. I agree with Ken because that usually teams don't make 4 trades like that at the deadline. So I'm right there with Ken. So it'll shock me if we actually do that. I hope we do it, but I can't say that, that's going to happen because there's a lot of moves we need to make. But behind the scenes, though, Joe, I do have to say we have been collecting up some players recently, if you pay attention. And some of these guys aren't big names, but,
just save face on AAA and all that. We do have a programming note. I was just came up on my phone. So at 11:30 tonight, Jason Castillo will have his Yankees night show. That will be 11:30 Eastern time. So go and check it out. He's awesome. They're awesome, and he has a lot of cool stuff. And if you mean he's gonna fire that thing at you, or he'll put on his clown mask or something like that. It's real cool. He has some great graphics. So that will be 11:30 tonight. Just to update everyone. And of course, as you know, tomorrow morning we will come back with coffee, bagels, pancakes, French toast, and my Lavazza coffee, and we will talk about this great Yankee win. We're all going to sleep good tonight. 2 in a row. You know what? 2 and 2, and how do you do?
Mm-hmm.
And that brings us to the one and only 2, and our media.
Let's go. What's up, TC and Joe? Let's go Yankees! Big win. We needed that. The offense. I was on what?
Did the Yankees win tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Oh my God, I have a short memory.
I was on Ken's stream earlier when the rain delay would happen, and then I said one of these offenses will break out. I didn't say which team, but I said one of these offenses will break out after the rain delay, and here you have it. The Yankees broke out. The rain delay helped them, obviously. And I picked Aaron Judge. He hit a home run, 34 home runs now. Shout out to the team, man. This was a great win. We needed this because Will Warren pitched a great game, obviously, and the bullpen did their job except for those 3 runs. But putting up those 10 runs is a big thing for the Yankees offense.
Well, you call it in this tonight. You almost got your 6 innings pitched out of Warren, and Judge hit his homer, and Joe said Warren 6 innings pitched too. You both almost got it, but we also called Belly.
Who's the one that said that the Yankees are going to feed off of that play? Who is it? I don't know.
Joe.
Joe.
Thank you very much.
What's up, Ken? What's up, everyone in the chat? Sean,
Ken
Dick,
has a question for
Johnny,
CT.
Landon, everybody.
Do you have Don Lawson's 1956 baseball card in your collection?
Actually, I do. I have a really worn out one. I'll have to look for it. It's somewhere. I have boxes and boxes of cards. I'll have to look for it, but I do actually have that, Ken. It's in terrible condition. It's got rounded corners, and I think it has somebody tacked it to a wall, so there's a tack hole in it. That's one of the problems. You got to really look at the vintage baseball cards, because you'll see a card that looks really amazing, and you won't pay attention to it. You'll get it shipped to you. You get it. You look at it, and then you realize there's people used to tack up and tape up their cards. The back of the card they put tape on, and so you really have to look at these cards these days.
Yeah. Speaking, so I want to give you guys an update in Somerset Patriots. Carlos Legrand, our pitching prospect, pitched today. He went 5 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. How many pitches? Pitches?
I don't know, but it doesn't say. But he was clocking in at 100 miles per hour. And also, I mean, the 4 walks he has to limit that, but all in all, I think it was a great start for him. So,
well, tomorrow's going to be the exciting
one.
Oh man, we're looking forward to that.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's going to be nervous, but he'll get over the bumps and bruises.
Yeah, 4 walks is a lot, but he did great pitching. Yeah, Donnie, this guy can throw over 100. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts. That's nuts. But the thing is how long is that arm going to hold up for, though, Nathan? You know what I mean? Like the velocity of these pitchers is scaring me, and the amount of pitchers getting injured. Yeah, and I know there are some people who want to say that the game's different and pitching and all this has changed, but I still can't get over Greg Maddux. No hitter. It was under 100 pitches. Think about that. 9 innings, under 100 pitches, and I think his highest velocity pitch was like 94 miles an hour. That doesn't happen anymore. And then I was pointing out that, are we ever going to see a 300 strikeout season from a pitcher again? There's Nolan Ryan.
Yeah.
Are we going to
Paul of Pittsburgh?
You really think so?
I believe so. Yeah.
I'm curious. So.
If he stays healthy, I don't see why not. Yeah. But the problem is they only go like 6-7 innings.
Rob, we're talking about Lagrange. How you say it? Lagrange? Lagrange. Carlos. We're talking about Carlos, the Yankees pitching prospect. Rob.
Ken is talking about, the 1956 was the World Series no-hitter. Mantle made that great catch for the final out of the game.
Yep.
Well, actually, the final out of the game, Ken, was a strikeout.
Yeah, wasn't it a strikeout? I thought it was a K.
I remember. I mean, I can hear it, and and strike 3, a no-hitter from Don Larson. That's exactly what
I thought. I
see it right now too.
Because I've VHS tape. I still have a VCR. Yes, for you youngins in the chat, I still have a VHS, a VCR, and I have like probably 300 tapes of Yankee games from back in the late 50s and 60s. So I have a VHS of Roger Maris's 61st home run. That whole game. Other than maybe half an inning where it gets all messed up, but the rest of it I have. So that's what I grew up on. I grew up in the age of watching. We had VHS. We only got 5 channels on TV. You had a satellite on your roof. You had a rotary phone. You youngsters don't realize that this cell phone thing didn't exist when I grew up.
I have an interesting question now. What about you mentioned VHS, right? What about if you have a crisp, clear interview, maybe could be his last one or whatever. What about a lasting interview with either Mickey Mantle or Joe DiMaggio?
The VHS is not going to be worth much.
No, not VHS, audio tape.
It's not going to be worth much.
Not going to be worth much,
unless it's an original, if it's the original person's recording and you can prove that, which is really hard to do. I don't think how could you figure out it'd be really hard to figure out if it was the original person's interview. I mean, if it was the person who directly did the interview, that's something different.
way back then though, they didn't have the perks that they
No.
can do with them now. So I don't know if you can change it because of the different. It's already done. It's got to be hard. I was just curious if that would be worth anything. Let's see. FG, welcome back. Mantle made a great catch off a shot of Gil Hodges, I believe, but the last out was a strikeout. Thank you.
Yeah, I thought so. Hodges, yeah, it was off of Hodges, yeah. Yep.
So Ned, what have you been up to today?
We were busy. My team and I were busy doing meetings, and also tuned into our Jabba and the Mouse show on. So we're next week. We're going back to Monday and Wednesdays for now, and then so Wednesday, July 16th, I booked some of my. I booked them. I booked our show. Current Dolphins player Jordan Poyer, July 16th. So he'll be on the Job and the Mouse show too. So,
That's the Wednesday. That's our deadline trade talk show.
yeah, yep.
Cool. Dev Finch is saying tomorrow, if you have the Yes Network, you can watch the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders game at 1 p.m. live on the Yes Network. So if you want to see Spencer Jones and company, you'll be able to do that. So that would be a lot of fun. Thanks, Dev. That's good to know. Tiffany. Oh yeah, Dev. Yeah, Dev is waiting for that. No, everybody's waiting for Tiff.
And everybody, make sure you check out Jason Custodio's show tonight. He's coming on about a half hour. Make sure you sub, you like, and share it because he's a really good guy and he's got a really good channel. So I wanted to make sure I mentioned that.
11:15. He's coming on, right?
11:30, like 30, a half hour about.
I just saw the tweet, the fast number on that. So
and I'm gonna put that on our Discord channel. So, but you guys need to join our Discord channel if you haven't. So
hey, Christopher Flash, he's on the radio. Oh, we're not radio. I keep forgetting. We're on. I don't know what we're on. We're on TV.
You're on Kick. You're on Kick.
I'm on Kicks. I'm gonna kick somebody. I'll tell you. No, just kidding.
And I'm on Kick too, Nathan. If you need to find me, look up CT Cards 110. I'm on there.
CT Cards 110.
Yeah. Yep. I just created an account today because Joe told me about it. And also I'm on X. I think it's the same thing. CT Cards 110. So to help you guys. And I said I'm gonna post the link to the Discord server. You guys, this is free. There's nothing, there's no strings attached. This is something for all the fans because we do this for the fans. This is for, I don't do this for myself. I do this for the fans. So come hop on the Discord chat with us. It's 24 hours Yankee talk. We can talk about the Yankees or anything, injuries, this, that, trade moves, anything you guys want to talk about. Okay.
And there are separate channels for injury reports. Is it all? Is it what? I'm trying to remember. Is it one platform? Like if you have let's say you want to say ACT just found out that so and so's hurt and he's going on the IL.
Go to the injury. It'll be on the injury link. Yeah. On
the injury. So what do you have? Your injury link. What else?
We have the general chat, game talk, which is where I usually put the lineups and any injury or not injury report. Well, yeah, sometimes I do, but then we have members, videos, and streams, which is Joe, Ken, the Ugly Truth, Jason Custodio, and anything that involves Nathan and Jabba and the Jabba in the Mouth. Then we also have a get a hold of the gang, which shows all of our emails. So if you guys want to contact us, the information's right there. We have the patience. We want to hear from you, so please do that. Then we have updates, trades, prospect discussions, injuries, roster moves, and then more videos from around sports. So we discuss everything on the channel. So it's very cool. It's very cool.
Cool. Ned, I know you were on a little bit on Ken's channel. atmosphere really good, right? With the home runs and the RBIs
Yep.
and it's a pleasure to do a game when when you're in the game, you're winning the game, you're
And
ahead
when
of
the offense is like that, it's more fun.
right. And then of course the Rains came first when it was still 0-0, and they had a little threat, but when they came back, Warren got the third out, and then they started they started doing that. So that's great. I think that's awesome, and it's always great to of course announce a game that your team is winning, and it's great, and it's good for Ken because he's had to sit through some really bad games, and about time he was rewarded for once, and everybody was rewarded. But we're going forward, like I said, there's no question in my mind. We're going forward. Let's go Yankees. All
Well,
right, guys.
we got Stephen B possibly coming in.
I was going to final thoughts.
Oh, okay. I'll message him back.
Sorry.
Okay,
Yeah, no,
it's okay. No,
we
it's
got
okay.
the
I'll
morning
message.
show coming. If it wasn't that we had the rain delay, we would have come on a little bit earlier.
Yeah. That rain delay kind of threw us for a loop. Sorry, guys, we didn't come on at 9:30, but there was a rain delay, as Joe said, so we had to come on a little later.
Yes, and Stephen, make it up to you tomorrow morning. If you like to come on, by all means, I will definitely send you the link. I apologize. I just don't want you come up for like 2 minutes. I don't want not even to waste your time. I know
Yeah.
you're very tired from work, and you're always a big contributor to NY Yankee Mania. Guys, final words. CT, you go first.
I'm interested in watching Cam tomorrow.
I think we all are.
This is what I want to see. I want to see if we even get 5 innings out of him. I'd be ecstatic. But the other pitcher I'm waiting for to come back, which I'm really hoping we don't hear bad injury news about, is Yarbrough. We need Ryan Yarbrough back here because he changes the speed of the game for us. You go from these pitchers throwing high velocity mid 90s up to somebody like Yarbrough, and he throws off the offense. I love Yarbrough. I think he's a great addition to this team. It stinks he got hurt, but we do have guys coming back. Like, there's hope here. We can't get too stressed out. And I know we were stressed out, Joe and Nathan and all of us were, but there's always a way of turning around a season. I think, though, what really this season's going to rely on
the Washington Nationals. Remember the year when they won the World Series?
Yeah, exactly.
And they kicked it up in the second half.
Exactly.
While we're going is hot, CT, give a shout out to Christopher Flash and his show, please.
Oh, Chris the Flash. Guys, go check out his show. He is one of the sweetest people you'll ever know. I love Chris.
I thought I was.
Well, Joe, but Chris comes first. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Hey, Joe, everyone is a family here. Come on, man.
No, but Chris the Flash, definitely check out his show. I'm going to throw out one quick chat. Jason Castillo, The Ugly Truth, Chris the Flash, and of course New York Yankee Mania. Nathan is doing. Look at what Nathan's doing. Jabba the Mouth. And Nathan's media group. What everybody's doing is working together, and we are developing a family and pulling everybody together for the fans. This is for the fans. This isn't for us. This is for the fans. So I just want people to remember that.
And Chris is going to be nice enough to join us for the deadline trade talk Wednesday, July 16th at 8 p.m. And he's got a few surprises, I believe, that we're going to talk about down the line. So you got to stick to that show. And if you haven't, you got to check out Chris's show because if you see what he's all about and what he does, it's going to blend right into this show and right into I don't want to spoil the surprise. Just come back to us that night. We're going to have a lot of fun. It's going to be really, really a lot of fun.
Yep.
All right. You know what? I got to give a shout out to Stephen B. We'll give it a couple of more minutes. All right, Stephen.
Thank
only
you.
because I like you.
Stephen
It's
B.
only because I like you.
If my internet is not going off, Stephen B, I finally got you on the channel I'm on. How are you doing, Stephen B?
Did you finally finish work?
Time I got home was like 8:20.
That's crazy.
Well, you know it's 2:00 in the morning now, right?
I have to do it again tomorrow, Joe.
And I don't think you're coming on tomorrow morning. I don't believe you. No, I'm only.
Well,
only
my
kidding.
thoughts on so tomorrow, I'm really looking forward to seeing Cam's debut for the Yankees. Really looking forward to that. And this win tonight is huge. Like I said, momentum. The offense looked great tonight. Will Warren, I'm happy for Will Warren. Kudos to Will Warren. We're good. I'm good friends with him. Great. Actually, we had him on our show a couple years ago, and he's a great guy. And so kudos to him for a great start. And then obviously the offense showed up. So tomorrow, I'm hoping this will feed off for tomorrow's game with Cam, and we're looking forward to it.
Right there with you, Nathan. I hope this continues. We need to get a momentum shift here and get on a streak here. Let's win the next 7 out of our next 10 games. I'd be happy with that. 7 out of our next 10 games. Can we actually get back to where we were earlier in the season when we were able to actually accomplish that? I'll feel a lot better when we do that. So I'm still a little nervous, Joe. I know what you said, but I'm a little nervous about. We've won 2 in a row. We've won 2 in a row. Let's
Chris
see
said
what
Cam 12 strikeout watch.
happens.
Chris, your mouth to God's ears, baby. Your mouth to God's ears.
Oh, that's great, Chris.
Yeah, being effective, it was so nice to come on. Let's get some thoughts from Stephen B. about. I mean, did you get to watch the game or hear the game? What are your thoughts? Are you feeling that maybe the Yankees are turning the corner a little bit?
Well, having Jazz at second makes a big difference, and having Peraza at third, it was like a Jazz and Peraza show. And for defense, which
What I've been saying for the last 2 weeks.
good defense equals wins.
Yes, thank you, Stephen B. I was so happy when I saw Jazz was going to play second tonight. My jaw dropped. I went, really? They're actually going to do the right thing? What a concept! And then the lineup. I like the lineup today. I was just, the only person. My only concern is that Dominguez didn't do much today, and that they're going to move him in the lineup again, like they always do, and not leave him at the top of the lineup. What do you think, Steve B? Do you think we're going to see him at the top of the lineup, or are we going to see Boone and move him again? We're going to see him in like the 7th slot or something tomorrow.
I think they should keep him at first batting leadoff, but who knows what this analytics? We know Boone doesn't set the lineup.
No.
But they have to keep Dominguez in the leadoff spot because to keep it more consistent. And
I agree. Yeah.
I really like Dominguez in the leadoff spot.
Give him some time. I don't understand this. It may take a week or two for this to all work out, but if you don't give it a week or two, now you're going to mess the rest of the season messing with the order constantly. You're going to have no consistency out of our lineup. I don't get it. You have to have some sort of consistency. It's one thing to change a couple players here and there because of a lefty or right, but it's another thing when our lineup is completely different. I mean, drastically different every game at times, and it's like.
How about a friendly bet? Just a friendly bet. Does
I don't bet.
Lead off tomorrow?
Who?
Dominguez.
Yes.
I hope so. I don't bet, though. I don't bet.
It's 50-50, but that's what the odds are. It's either it is or it isn't. I'm hoping, but
don't let be off tomorrow.
I was gonna say on Ken's channel or Ken's stream, and we were on Ken's stream. Ken brought up an interesting idea. I don't know if the Guardians will do this, but he said we should trade Dominguez one for one for Steven Kwan.
Woo! Oh boy!
I don't know if the Guardians would do that. They might ask for more pieces, but you would do that, right? 1 for 1 for Steven Kwan.
I wouldn't.
You got to let me sleep on that one, Nathan.
The reason why I don't, because you have Dominguez more.
You have your leadoff hitter. I understand that, but I don't know if it's enough to sacrifice Dominguez.
I wouldn't get rid of the Dominguez. I think he's a very we have not seen nothing yet from him. You get what I'm saying? Like in a good way. I really think the potential is all there, and this is where the Yankees fall into this trap at times. They're gonna if you give up somebody like Dominguez and he hasn't shown you everything he's got, he's gonna haunt us. Watch, they're gonna trade into a team that we have to face, and he's gonna haunt us in the future. And I think Tanner Jonathan said that this morning, and that's what we do. We trade players, and they end up coming back to haunt us. And right now, we haven't seen the full ability of Jason Dominguez, and that's why I want to see him lead off, and I want to see us leave him there. Just leave him there. Today's lineup was beautiful. I thought today's lineup overall was really beautiful because this morning.
Imagine if you put a better
Yeah,
hitter in Peraza's spot.
I think I would trade Dominguez for Jose Ramirez.
You would trade? Oh,
No,
man.
probably
You
not.
guys are willing to trade the
Actually, no, I
Marlins.
would do that for Jose Ramirez, and Steven Kwan.
Oh,
And-
yeah,
Okay,
right.
now you're talking.
And Class A.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Why don't you, why don't you just give him half a Yankee Stadium? Like, give him half a billion. You might as well. Are you kidding me? That'll
Well,
never happen.
well, on the morning show though, we talked about we wanted Dominguez, Judge, Bellinger, Jazz, and then Stanton. Today we got Dominguez, Judge, Bellinger, Stanton, and Jazz. But look what Stanton did, and look what Goldschmidt did. I'm going to reiterate it. Goldie had 3 hits, 2 RBIs. Bellinger, 3 hits. Remember, I told you guys in the morning. I called Belly. You guys called Judge, and Joe called Belly. And Judge got his 34th homer, and Stanton is second. Stanton looked good today. Stanton, had 2 hits. That's my issue with Stanton is like he just needs to get on a roll. But with what Boone's been doing, I understand why he's doing it because of the injury. But you got to consistency. You got to keep playing him. Stanton is a player that takes time to get going, and once he gets going, don't stop him. He's out of control good, but you're not going to get him going by playing him 2 days in a row and then not playing him for 2 days. I really, but I guess that's how fragile, I guess they view him as. I hope I'm wrong with that, but
Stephen, I'm sorry that it's a kind of a short stream for you.
Don't worry, I was listening.
If you could join us tomorrow morning, we'll make it up to you.
Just send me the link, Joe. If I get on, I get on. If I don't, at least I'm trying.
I appreciate it. Well,
Stephen B, get some sleep, man.
Please give us your final thoughts.
Yeah.
And we're going to wrap this up.
My final thoughts are: as long as we can play good defense, have the lineup kind of consistent, we should be on a win streak.
I called it. I said if we're going to lose anything, only one game this week. I mean, I know it's going to be tough because we're going to play the Cubs and they're going to be good, but I just think that the Yankees have turned the corner, and this is what's going to happen. They're going to win all the games, and then we take the break. We don't want the break now. Keep it going. Keep the momentum.
Exactly. Right as we get going, we got the All-Star break. Great. But I think it'll be good for the team. I think we just need a rest. Everybody needs a rest. You got to remember, how old is Paul Goldschmidt? He needs a break. All these players we're relying on, I think they just need a reset right now. And hopefully we come back together, especially after the trade deadline. We add some pieces to the puzzle. We're going to be good. I'm not worried about it. I was more worried about it because it didn't seem like there was any energy on the field tonight. As you said, Joe, we saw that energy back on the field. That makes me feel better.
Of energy I haven't seen in a while. They look ramped. They were good in the dugout. They were fooling around. They were talking. They were doing. It's unity. They need to stick together and get ready and fight. And if the one bat doesn't work out, the next one, then the next one. Keep the line moving. Ken Singleton always said, keep the line moving, keep that train going, and you got to keep doing that. So, from any of you? Any final thoughts before we close everything up here tonight, guys?
Let's go Yankees. And I'm
Okay.
looking forward to Cam's debut tomorrow. So
Yes.
there you go.
Steven, your final thought?
Let's go Yankees and let's see another win.
And we know CT's going to say, let's go Yankees.
I'm going to say that, but one thing first. In a good way, we only left 4 runners on base tonight.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Da, 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 da.
We had been up to 12 runners left on base. We had
15.
recent.
15.
Yeah. It's scary. So that's a beautiful
It
sign.
really is.
So go Yankees. Go Yankees. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get back into it, Joe,
No.
but you know.
But anyway, everyone, thank you so much for joining us, staying with us. A little bit late tonight, but there they go, the dancing. Dance with me. I want to be your partner. Can't you see? We want the Yankees to win, win, win. Win, win, win. Let's say it. Come on. Win.
Win.
Come on, man. In harmony. Win. Steven, you don't say it, I'll cut you off. Win. Let's go.
Win.
Win.
You're as bad as Jonathan. Win.
Yo, my wife's sleeping. I can't exactly go crazy on that.
I'm not saying go crazy, but you could say win.
I said win about 5 times.
But not one out in a row. You said it once. All right, guys. All right. I get
Thank
it.
you, everybody in the stream. Please click like and subscribe, and definitely, as I said, please check out the Discord channel. I'm linking it again, and Joe's really been expanding this channel with the help of Nathan, Ken the Ugly Truth, Jason Custodio. You guys have to check out their channels and watch what Nathan's doing. Nathan behind the scenes is doing an amazing job doing what he does. So everybody give mad props to Nathan. Give mad props to Joe, Ken, Jason,
Chris Flash and Jason.
and Chris Flash. Yep, and Jason Custodio. Yep, and Stephen B. You know, we have to get you more involved. I couldn't believe it when my power went out today, or my internet went out. I was like, right as you got on, I'm like, come on, you finally came on, and I'm like, what is going on here?
I'll tell you, CT, I'll tell you some funny stories today.
Shoot me a text. I got my phone on, man. I got my phone.
Well, guys, thanks so much. I hope everyone has a great night, a safe night with your friends and family.
Thank you.
And we will see you tomorrow morning at 8:30. At 8:30 with coffee, bagels, and Yankee talk and pancakes and you name it. Thank you, everyone, for being here. God bless you all. Love you all. But more importantly, of course, God bless America. God bless the Yankees. Good night, everyone. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow morning.